Government corruption has never been more prevalent or caused more harm. It's why extremism is on the rise. It's why the financial gap between the haves and have-nots has never been wider. And it's why our planet is at risk of an extinction level tragedy. That's why I need your help to keep exposing the truth about the rot on both sides of the aisle. Become a supporter or a friend of the show today by clicking on the coffee link in the description box below. Friends of the show join me on a Zoom hangout once a month, and you guys can ask me any questions you want, and I can get to know you better. But the most important reason to help is to keep the show alive. Together, we can and will save our country and our planet. Thanks in advance and enjoy the show. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Plants and Politics. I have an update to share about one of Trump's Capitol insurrectionists. It's time for an episode of Where Are They Now?
Matthew Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
So 69-year-old Pamela Hemphill of Idaho is the founding member of an anti-government extremist group. It's called the People's Rights Network. And on December 28th, she posted on Facebook and said, quote, "It's not going to be a fun Trump rally that is planned for January 6th. It's a war." She wrote that in all caps with an exclamation point. She went on to say, "The fight for America is real. We have no second chances. If millions, and I mean millions, show up, we may have a chance. Find a way." And she wrote that also in caps and with an exclamation point. Then on January 1st, she posted a picture of herself. She was holding what appears to be a semi-automatic rifle. She's smiling for the camera real big, and she captioned it, quote, "Happy New Year. On my way to Washington, D.C., January 6th. Then on the 5th of January, she was in D.C. already, and she was at an Alex Jones event where she was caught on video, and you could hear her, a portion of it was unintelligible, and I'll note that when that part comes up, but she was seen and heard on video saying, quote, "I think everybody would be happy if unintelligible got inside the Capitol and told them how they really felt, because they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. Let's do this. Let's go to the Capitol. We did it on Boise. Oh yeah, we broke the glass door. Watch the video. I'm with People's Rights, Eamon Bundy. Keep an eye on me tomorrow. I'm going in the Capitol." So then she was also heard that same night encouraging others to, quote, "occupy the Capitol." Well, the following day, on the 6th, Hemphill did actually enter the building, and prosecutors say that she was basically manipulating officers to try to distract them from stopping other members of the mob from moving further into the building. And I'll explain a little more of that in detail in a minute, but Hemphill was arrested on August 3rd, and she was charged with only the 4 common misdemeanors. I know. Entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. She pleaded guilty on January 21st of this year to the parading charge. And at her sentencing hearing, she had a little change of tune. Hemphill told the judge, quote, "I regret everything I did and said at the Capitol, not to excuse my actions. My intentions were to record what was going on, not to be a part of it. It was as if I was at a football game cheering on the team from the stands, and then the fans went on to the field." So the prosecutor, to rebut this, played a video for the judge, and it showed Hemphill interacting with the officers, and she kept repeatedly pretending to be injured. She was so overwhelmed. She was so exhausted. She was heard and seen on body cam footage telling one officer, "I had to get out of that crowd. I had surgery." And so then the officer, was very nice to her. He said, "I understand. I don't want you to be hurt." And she replied, quote, "I'm a journalist. They took my breath out." The night before, she's saying, "We need to go take the Capitol. We need to go in there. I'm going to go in there." She didn't say, "I'm a journalist. I'm here to record what's going to happen tomorrow." No. We need to take that Capitol. I already did it. I already broke the law at another state capitol. So The officer tells her, I'm sorry. And then another officer suggested that she go sit near a gate and try to get away from the crowd. But as soon as they walked away, Hemphill did the complete opposite. After that interaction with those officers, she's then seen on video encouraging the crowd to move even further into the Capitol. She was seen and heard yelling, quote, "Just come on in. It's your house. Whose house does it belong to? Just come in. Come on in. Come on. Have fun. You just come in. It's all you do. This is your house. Your house." Then Hemphill goes back to her helpless shtick. She then is approached by different officers, and she's pretending to be so frail and she's so injured. And she's on body cam again. And the officers ask her, "Are you hurt? What are you doing?" And then another officer says, "Oh, I got her. Come on, are you okay?" And then Hemphill says, "I got 40 stitches." Now, I don't mean to minimize this. Apparently, she did have cancer surgery shortly before the Capitol attack. So I'm not going to say that she didn't have some sort of physical injuries or ailment, or she wasn't tired, but she seemed to easily turn it on and off, right? Her pain, her exhaustion, when she wanted to, she could shut it off. And the prosecutor told the judge that Hemphill also lied and told one of the officers that she was trying to calm down the mob. So she's yelling for people to come in, encouraging people the night before. If you had surgery and you're not feeling well, stay home. Don't go to an insurrection. Just a thought. I'm just saying. So the prosecutor said, quote, "These are not the actions of a citizen journalist. These are the actions of a rioter." Unfortunately for Hemphill, she got Judge Royce Lamberth, who really does seem to have learned his lesson. Lamberth told her that although he believes that she was probably sincere in her apology and her regrets, he said, quote, "The first sentencing I did a sentence of probation, and it turned out to be a serious sentencing error on my part. The defendant seemed contrite at the time, and the next day made statements on national TV that were embarrassing to me as well as her. And it turned out I have a hard time discerning the sincerity." So he admits, yeah, I might not be the best judge to judge. So Judge Lamberth sentenced Hemphill to 60 days behind bars, 3 years of probation, and a $500 restitution fee. Not enough, in my opinion, but it's far better than what we've been seeing. And at least she's going to be on probation during the next election. But I really would have liked to see 3 to 6 months behind bars for her, especially because of her previous breaking and entering into a Capitol building. She admitted it. She admitted it on video. And, and then he wimps out on even a fine. So it was better than most. But with someone like her, with the mindset that she has, 60 days isn't going to deter her from taking part in another insurrection. And I don't buy her bullshit remorse for 1 second. Not at all. She can tell that story walking all the way to jail. So anyway, guys, when I hear more about Ms. Hemphill, I will let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Take care. I'll talk with you soon.